Welcome to the Hack Radio Show with Tricia Biz, powered by 9 Mobile. Every week on this station, Tricia will be teaching on different topics to help your business attract customers, increase your revenue, and build the business of your dreams. Now, here's your coach, Tricia Biz.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Hack Radio Show by 9 Mobile. I remain your girl, Tricia Biz, a marketing expert and business fixer. Hope that you've been enjoying the previous episodes. If you haven't, where have you been? Welcome. So today on the show, we're going to be talking about an interesting topic, and it is why small businesses fail. Now, most times we always talk about how to grow, how to get customers, how to service them, etc. But we do not speak on realistic topics like businesses failing, because if you look at the statistics, every day there are tons of businesses who pack up, and not because they really didn't want to be in business, because hello, when you start a business, you're so excited. It's like when you give birth to a baby, you're like, wow, this baby is so cute, you do all the nice things and you just want the best for the baby, even if it includes you not sleeping through the night. It's the same thing. You go all out for your business, you do everything they tell you to do, you buy all the courses, you listen to all the shows because you really want the business to grow. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, despite all the energies you expend on the business, it just doesn't work. Okay, so on the show today, I'm going to be sharing a couple of reasons why small businesses fail. There's so many, but I've just selected a couple of them. Now, the first point is lack of strategy. So many times we open businesses with God will do it, God will help us. There's nothing wrong with believing in your faith and believing in God to help you grow, right? But that is not a strategy in itself. So you don't have a business plan. We can excuse that, which we shouldn't, but let's excuse that. You do not have a strategic plan to grow. What are the growth strategies you are going to use to scale your business? What are your customer acquisition strategies? What will you do to attract the customers that will buy from you? When you attract them, what will you do to retain them? What marketing strategies will you use? What sales channels will you be selling on? So will you be selling on your website, on social media? Even if it's social media, which of the social media platforms? You see my point? What are your marketing channels, etc.? Like, there's so many moving parts to the strategy for your business that you must have one. Going into your business and going into every year in your business, you need to sit down with an expert or sit in a class or listen to a show or get information to help you create a strategy to grow. And it's important to continually do this every year because the dynamics changes. The trends changes. The economic situation can change. Like right now, it's so different from 12 months ago. For instance, COVID came, it affected life. It affected the way we see people, the way we do business, etc. So people had to create strategies that help them align with what COVID era had brought, and going after that, there's an economic downturn. It's just a lot of things happen that you must have a plan every year, right? So that's the first reason why many small businesses fail. They have no strategy. So when they run out of steam, there's no money coming in again, they close shop and go to the next thing. Now, the second reason why businesses fail is a lack of focus. And this is really a micro business type of thing, where you actually started your business. So let's say you started a fashion business. Let's call it Tricia Clothing Line. And ideally, what you envisaged to do was to maybe do abayas or boo-boos, free clothing for women who do not want to be wearing corsets and be holding and sucking belly and all those stuff. So free flowing items for them to look regal, beautiful, and not be conformed to squeezing their abdomens in whatever it is that they have to wear. Now, you started with that. 2 weeks down the line, you see somebody else doing another type of outfit. You add that on. So you move from free flowing, you added maybe A-line dresses. And then you see somebody else doing dresses with matching headbands. You move from that, you added hairbands, headgears, and you just keep going, adding everything that you see online that people seem to thrive in. At the end of the day, I don't know what your brand is. So the customer is wondering, what do I come to this brand for? Because it is so many things that are going on, and that's a lack of focus. Some people, they just even go opposites. So they add shoes to the dresses, they add eyelashes, they just keep adding all sorts of things, right? Because that's what you see. Now, I always say that comes from a place of fear, where you fear that what you've selected is not good enough and people will not come and buy from you. Let me give you an example. Let me shock you. There's a brand in the United States. It's a bag brand. It's called Telfar. Now, it is owned by an African. He's a Liberian immigrant who immigrated to the United States. Now, his bag has only one design. It's only one. Only one design. It has it's plain black and has his logo in the middle. That's all. There's no other design. He has it in, I think, 2 sizes. The large, I have the large, and then the small size. And he has done it in many colors. That's all he sells. But guess what? When he does a new drop, he sells out as many as 10,000 pieces in 30 minutes. Just beat that. And the bags are not cheap. So you have bags that are not pretty and it's the same design, just different colors. Guess what? People are buying all the colors. And you're wondering what's going on. So it's really not about, oh, you should have more designs, have more this. It's about deciding this is what I want to do, focusing long enough on it to build a community, build a brand out of that business and get people to buy from you. So that's the second reason. When you lose focus, people don't know what to come to you for. Just realize that traffic begins to reduce, customer footfall is dropping, and that's the end of the business. Now, the third reason why businesses fail is funds. It literally has to do with funds. I'm going to break it into 2 aspects: access to finance and mismanagement of funds. So let's start with access to finance. So there are many businesses need to scale, and scaling you require cash to either buy inventory, to pay for marketing, to do product development. You need money. Literally, you need money for the business. So many small businesses, they struggle with raising funds. They're going to their traditional banks and you don't have the collateral needed. Sometimes the interest rates is really unbearable for a micro business that is just coming on their feet. You don't have family and friends, to support you with the finance that you need. Inflow from sales is not as you would like to help you scale. That's basically one major reason why many businesses fail. So what I normally advise is look for non-traditional funding, which is basically grants. Luckily for you, in another episode coming soon, I will be teaching on different types of grants that you can apply for as a business owner. Look for grants, look for investors. If you have an investable idea, there are angel investors who are looking for where to drop their money. So those are 2 things that you can do, or 2 places you can look to raise funds for your business. Now, the second part of that problem is mismanagement of funds. Okay, so we have situation where business owners still refuse to differentiate business funds from personal funds. So there's only one account that takes inflow and they spend the money at will. I always like to say that the business money is not your money. That you own and run and operate the business does not make the money yours. The money that comes into your account is for many people. Your money is there, which is the net profit, which is not even yours per se, but you can decide if you want to take that out. You have money for your suppliers there. You have marketing money there. You have the government's money there in tax. Like, there's so many people that have that money in your account. But the average business owner sits and looks at the account like, oh, wow, I have 5 million naira. Excuse me, it's not yours. When we break it down, maybe your own money inside there is 500,000. So you need to ensure the first things first. You separate business funds from personal funds. Ensure that you have a corporate account where your business money goes into, and do proper bookkeeping to ensure that you do not outspend the inflow of the business. Okay, so that's the third reason why small businesses fail. That is funds. Now, the fourth one is lack of processes. Processes is a major thing that kills businesses. It kills growing businesses, small businesses, micro businesses, because we're so busy and focused on looking for the next customer, the next place to get food from, that we fail to sit down and standardize the business. What am I trying to say? Ensure that you create systems and processes in your business to replicate what you do. Very good example, you're a food business. Let's say you sell smoky jollof. You call the brand Smoky Jollof Nation. But the smoky jollof I bought on Tuesday tastes differently from the smoky jollof I bought on Friday. And the inconsistency in the taste is because you have failed to sit down and document the recipe. So when you don't document it, it cannot be replicated. Document it. By 5 minutes, heat the groundnut oil until it is this. When it is properly bleached, after 2 seconds, add onion finely chopped like this. Then yes, it has to be that granular. But I know businesses say things like, oh, they're going to steal my recipe. So are you going to risk your customers being upset because you fear that the cook, the chef, the whoever it is going to steal your recipe? At a point in time, you need to get beyond, you need to get past that thought of, oh, they'll steal it. Instead, think about, how can I enable these people, my team, my staff, my partners, to help me build the business of my dreams that does XYZ in revenue. So you need to ensure that you are creating processes. For instance, when the customer comes in, how do we greet the customer? How do we welcome them? How do we do things in this organization so that when a customer has an experience with us on Tuesday, it's the same experience on Wednesday, it's the same one on Thursday, and the week after that. Now, when there is a lack of processes, lack of standardization, lack of SOPs, you realize that the experience is not the same all the time. For businesses that include taste, smell, touch, feel, it is not the same every time. Interest begins to wane. You get exhausted because you find yourself doing everything by yourself because you're unable to replicate. And one day it is capiche. So please ensure that you are able to put processes in your business. Now, another reason why small businesses fail is lack of marketing. You see, this is a huge mistake that a lot of business owners make, which is the fact that they spend all their time and money in product development. They create the recipes, they create the prototypes, they create the samples, the designs, etc. You spend a lot of time refining all of that, but you fail to come up with time to create a marketing plan. So after you've created all these fancy designs and prototypes, you've tested them, it looks good, it works fine, how do you drive offtake? How do people, take the products from you? How do you get customers to know that you exist, to find you, to buy from you, and to buy again? So it's standard. If there's no inflow coming in a business, it's dead, right? And inflow will only come when customers have found you and they find that what you're doing is really interesting and they want to buy from you. You get my point? So you need to ensure that you do not fall into that category of entrepreneurs who make mistakes of focusing more on the product, the idea, refining it continuously, and they fail to create marketing, to drive demand, to drive the revenue. And there we have it. Different reasons why small businesses fail. I'm really rooting for you. Yes, you listening to me today. I'm rooting for your business. I'm rooting that it succeeds. So please avoid these mistakes and many others that I have not mentioned on this episode. All right, so I'm rooting for you. I wish you the absolute best until I come your way next time. It is to-dos. I remain Tricia Biz, your marketing expert. If you have any questions, you need clarity around what we discussed, you can always reach me via email at thehack@9mobile.com.ng. Let me spell that. THEHACK at 9mobile.com.ng. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and also on YouTube at 9mobileNG. Have a good day.
Same time, same station next week. It's been Hack Radio Show by 9 Mobile with Tricia Biz, where you learn all you need in order to attract customers, increase your revenue, and build the business of your dreams.
This is Hack Radio Show powered by 9 Mobile. Thank you for listening.